too far too fast, and that the consequence, you see, one of the problems, there are a lot of non-democracies in the world. A lot of governments we would like to see changed so that the people can register their views more importantly. But one of the problems is when you destabilize a country, even a bad one, the tendency is not for the middle class, the moderates, the people who don't speak out, who just want to be left alone and lead a decent life. They're not the ones who usually come to the top. It's the ones who are best organized, the meanest, and the most ruthless. And that's the kind of problem that we need to deal with. And we don't have a good recipe for it. I can't speak for what actually motivated this administration. I've given the best description that I can, and that is they saw 9/11 was a symbol of enormous peril for this country, and the fact that we'd all been sleeping while this danger was creeping up on us. We had all this power. We knew what to do with it. The people of the Middle East who have been subjected or have stimulated terrorism and so on have not been living in democracies. They've been downtrodden and so on and so forth. So if we just give them a democracy, it will solve all the problems. You know, you can come to any conclusion you want about that. But I think the one thing you have to remember is that history is a hard taskmaster. And history gives way only slowly and grudgingly. Can you make a democracy out of anybody? I think probably you can. But the difference in democracies that we have now are so striking that to imagine that one model fits all is stretching it. The French Revolution happened in 1795. It was at least 100 years before the French decided what kind of government they really wanted. That's 100 years. Turkey, the heart of the old Ottoman Empire, the heart of the culture that we're dealing with in that region. Ataturk came in and he said, I'm going to change it all. I'm going to modernize Turkey and I'm going to create a democracy. And he did it by force. He coerced people to do what he wanted to do. Turkey's now a democracy, but it took 80 years of single-minded dedication to it. Now, how many countries are you going to have that do that? That's the nature of the problem here. And the question is, how do we do it? The current administration looks at the previous Bush administration and those before it, saying for 50 years we tolerated dictatorships in the Middle East, implicitly blaming us for not doing what they are doing now. See, I tend to think that's a misreading of a lot of things. But I could be wrong. We did not solve all the problems. There's no question about it.